So what I'd like to show you today is how to use Classwize to minimize student distractions. Classwize, if you're unfamiliar, is a tablet monitoring program. So if you want to be able to see what students are doing on their devices, Classwize can be a big help in this. And more specifically, what we're going to look at today is how to create a focus library. And what a focus library is in Classwize is a set of websites that you are permitting your students to access during your class period. This will limit them to get access to any other websites that are not on your focus library. So the easiest way to get to Classwize, we'll just go back a little bit, in our district is to go through ClassLink. When you log into ClassLink, you will see here Classwize monitoring, and you can just click on that, and then you will get a page that looks very similar to mine. So all your classes will be listed here. To create a focus library, what you're going to do is come over here in the upper right hand side where it says Focus Library. And you can see here, I have a lot of different focus libraries and I have different websites depending on the library. So you can have more than one focus library. Let's say it's a testing day and you don't want the students to have access to much of anything except maybe the site that they're doing the test on. Or if they're doing research one day and you want to limit the sites that the students can go on that day, you can create another focus library just for that purpose. We're going to create a very general focus library here. So first step is to click on Create Focus, and you're going to name this focus. So I'm going to put this in as, let's say this is English classwork. And now down here where it says resources is where I'm going to include all the websites that I want to give the students access to. So let's say, for instance, I want them to have access to Schoology. This is our learning management system. This is where some of the information is. So we're going to include Schoology. You'll notice as I started to type it that this automatically populated. So once it starts to populate here, a website, you can just click on it and it automatically is entered in as one of your resources. Now, ClassLink is another big one because that's what gives students access to a lot of our web resources. So I highly suggest you put that one in there. But what you're going to do, if I start typing in ClassLink, it will also populate. However, what this is going to do is allow the students to get to the ClassLink general page and not our specific URL to that ClassLink page. So this is something I will include with some instructions, but I'm going to paste in our website. So you can see here when I put this in, this is not recognized because it's an exact website. So when I click on this, it will put this in here as an actual URL. So you can continue to do this. So let's say you are we said this was English classwork, but let's just say you're a math teacher and I put in Delta Math. You can see it starts to populate here. And then I can put as many sites as I want to. One of the things that you do have to include with Office 365, when you type this in here, there may be additional sites that you have to include, which I'll also include in some instructions. But once you have your focus set, and these are the sites that you want the students to have access to only in your class, you can go ahead and then click Save Focus. Now, I got an error message on here, and I'm glad this is showing up. Because Office 365 is always allowed by our filter, we don't need to put this in here. So I'm going to X out of that. And then I'm going to hit Save Focus. So now my focus library is ready to go. So all I have to do now is put it into place when my class comes in session. So I'm going to click on my class. If your class is not in session at the moment, like mine is not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my class tools. I'm going to click on focus. I'm going to select the focus that I want to apply for this class. And now this is also something to pay attention to here. So by default, any sites that you enter into your focus library will automatically be opened on your students' devices, which is pretty cool. But if you have a lot of websites, it can be a little overwhelming because you can end up pushing open 10 tabs on a student device. So one of the suggestions I would do is to make sure you have ClassLink checked off, and then the other ones are not as important. But if you have specific sites like a particular YouTube website you want to pop up on their devices or a specific research link that you want to pop up on their devices, you can click on the check mark next to any one of those that you want to pop up automatically. So once you're satisfied with your sites here and you choose which ones you want to have automatically open on the student devices, you'll go ahead here, click select students. By default, it will select all the students in your class. And because I'm not in a live session with my class is not going on right now. When I click preset focus, that means as students come into my classroom at the set time at the bell, this focus library is automatically going to apply to their devices. Now, if the class is in session, I'm going to end this focus library by clicking this X. And let's say this is in session, and I'm going to go ahead and start this class. Now, if I go over to Class Tools and I click on Focus, I select the focus library I want to apply. I hit Select Students. The only difference is here it'll say Apply Focus. So we're not presetting it because the class is actually in session now. So I could apply focus on the fly, and then this would apply to the students who are coming into the room. So those are the couple different ways you can do it. If you have any questions, you can feel free to send me an email and ask any questions, or if you need help, just let me know.